Back out at the 2015 D3Hoops.com Classic at South Point Arena in Las Vegas, Nevada. I'm Pat Coleman, joined by Matt Logie, the head coach of Whitworth. His Pirates improved to 10-0 in the first game, their first game of the Classic, our 12th, as they defeated Calvin by the score of 68-65. Coach, first of all, I know you guys, or at least I believe that you guys come here looking for a challenge, and this was certainly a team that took you guys to the limit tonight.
Yeah, I thought it was a great opportunity for us to come and play a very quality program with a great tradition, tremendous coaching staff, and players that have had a lot of success. So, we wanted to come here and have that experience and grow from it. And I thought tonight we got every bit of that we wanted.
You guys have been on the ground here for, I think, a little less than 24 hours. At least that's what I gathered from Twitter. A pretty quick turnaround for you guys to come in and play here.
Yeah, it was. I think our guys are accustomed to that with the way that we have to travel in our conference. A little bit unique circumstance having to take a full week off leading into the break, and I thought that showed a little bit in the first half with some of our conditioning and fatigue. But I thought everybody that came in was able to give us something and get us to the second half, and we were able to fortunately put a little run together midway through the second half.
Having you guys come back year after year, we were talking during our game broadcast, kind of allows us to watch the progression of individual players. Like, for example, Kenny Love is a significantly different player than he was the last time around.
Yeah, Kenny's really, put a lot of time in to become the player that he is today, as has Christian Jerlina, and those guys came in as freshmen 2 years ago when we were here, and were a big part of that NCAA tournament team. Yep. Have continued to improve and carry us, and it was great to see Kenny, kind of get back to the form that we're familiar with after the injury earlier this season.
He scored the first 11 points tonight, finished with 28, and really strong from the foul line. In fact, the entire team strong from the foul line. I know, obviously, that's one thing that you guys are good at, right? Came in shooting about 78% from the line, but really succeeded tonight here when you needed it, when the game was close and late.
Yeah, I thought our guys stepped up, and it's something that we've got a lot of confidence in. We've got good shooters, and they're confident with their routines, and they step up, and we're able to knock them down and build a lead and keep it there.
You had that span in the second half. About midway through the second half, right, Drew Sears goes to the bench with his fourth foul. And then a few minutes later, Valley picks up foul number 4 as well. But you guys actually extended the lead during that break.
Yeah, I thought that was a critical time period for us. We were on the floor with 2 of our freshmen, Ben Bishop and Kyle Roach, and those guys have done a tremendous job here early in the season of catching on to our system, our defensive principles, and I thought Ben was really good on defense during that time. Kyle gives us athleticism and ball handling at the guard position, and we were able to spread the floor a little bit with those guys out there, and that was a very important time period in the game.
All right. State of the Whitworth program, right? It's a program that we've been talking about for, I guess, probably about a decade now as a national contender. Last year, you guys lost in the second round to Emory. You had a couple of instances. You guys lost a home game to Mary Hardin Baylor a couple years before that. Just not able to get over the hump sometimes in the tournament. Well,
yeah, this group in particular has really, had some heartbreak at the end of the season in the NCAA tournament, and I think they're very hungry to finish some of what they've started together and hopefully put a run together that would be memorable. I'm very proud of the tradition that our program has been able to build and grow, and these guys all came here for that reason, and they wanted to be a part of something special and unique, and hopefully we can continue on the right path.
Do you guys feel like the second best team in the country right now, the way you're playing?
Oh, I don't know. There's so many good teams out there. I think, a lot of it comes down to matchups. And, today I thought Calvin, forced us to play a game that wasn't at our best. We didn't play our best game tonight, and Calvin had a lot to do with that. And hopefully we can learn from that and put a better game together tomorrow. But I think we certainly haven't reached our ceiling with this group. We've added some new pieces this year, and hopefully by the end of the year we'll be capable of some special things.
Tell us a little bit about your kind of snapshot of what the rest of the Northwest Conference looks like. I know obviously conference play has kind of just gotten started a couple games before break, but what's the kind of state of the NWC right now?
Well, I think the conference has had a really strong non-conference season thus far. You saw PLU here. I've got off to a great start at 9-2, and I have a veteran team that have been playing together a long time as well. They're very well coached and will be a tough out in our conference. I mentioned them, but Whitman College is undefeated at the present date, and is always, as good as any team we've faced in the first round or second round of the NCAA tournament, just haven't had the opportunity to get there. And so we definitely have a gauntlet to get through every year. We've been fortunate to do it, but it's never easy. And certainly you got to mention programs like Lewis and Clark and UPS that have been there for a long time as well. So it's going to be a grind, and we know that.
Whitman seems to be a particularly interesting, challenging place for you guys to play on the road, for anybody to play on the road in that conference.
Well, they're a very talented team. They're well coached. They play hard, and obviously you've got some of the rivalry aspect being the two Eastern Washington schools. So it's made for some great games, and I think have made both of our programs for the better.
All right, so you guys have another game coming up, obviously, but you've also, I presume, have at least some ability for some downtime for the kids to do something in Vegas. What's on the Las Vegas part of the itinerary for this trip?
Not a lot, to be honest. We're going to go watch film right now and get ready for Mary Hardin Baylor tomorrow. We've got a quick turnaround with the 4 o'clock game, and hopefully we can play well and have a little bit of time tomorrow evening. But this is a business trip for our guys. They came here for a purpose, and we want to continue to get better and prepare ourselves for conference.
Yep, so all business for the Pirates as they improve to 10-0, defeating Calvin by the score of 68-65. That was Whitworth head coach Matt Logie.